Creating epic videos from a single prompt has never been easier. Forget about Minimax, Kling, Luma or Runway. This AI generator has them all. And if that wouldn't be enough, it also offers Flux Pro and ElevenLabs in one platform. So after watching this video, you will know exactly how to generate your videos with just this one tool. Just take a look at this. I generated all of these videos in minutes and now you can too. This is a game changer that completely redefines what the video generation should look like. So let me show you what you can do with this tool. Okay, so I discovered this tool very recently. The name of this tool is Foco, and you can find a link in the description below, and this is truly amazing what this tool can do for you. On the main website you can read that it can make you can make your own movies, and I will show you all the features that it has to offer, and I will show you a few videos that I generated and how can you generate your whole videos, for example, from a single prompt. First, this is what it looks like inside. And you can generate your stories with AI. You can just write, let's say, one prompt and it will generate the whole script for you. So you don't even need to be good at script writing. You can just have a good video idea, and that's basically all you need. Then, of course, you can edit it with chat. So, for example, you don't like something, you can just write what should be changed, and AI will change it for you. So this is great because, well, it's literally like having a virtual assistant that is doing the job for you. Now, the next one is basically precise control. So I would say it's very similar to most of other, video editing software like CapCut or Adobe Premiere Pro. Pretty easy. You just drag and drop. You can, extend something or make it shorter. Now, you can also use the latest models, as I mentioned, not only for video generation, but also for your image generation. And here is also an example. So let me show you an example first, and then we'll basically go into the whole video generation. So let me show you this now. Okay, I will not show you the whole example, but I just wanted to showcase what you can do with this tool. And you can also start for free. You have this plan where you are getting 200 credits per month, so you can give it a try. And if you are really looking to make money with AI videos, then you can invest in, let's say, any other package. So let me enter the app and I will show you a few projects that I generated before. As you can see, we have a few projects. We have David and Goliath, Kronos, and a few others. But first, let me show you what the whole interface looks like and what it feels like to create a video, and then we'll go into each video that I have here. So first we'll create a new project, and now you will have a few options how you can proceed with this project. So for example, you can start from an idea. If you already know what you want to record about, you just hit this option, or here is another option from script. So if you already have a script, you can start here, or you can start from a blank project. And I don't necessarily recommend you starting from a blank project because I would say it's more for advanced users. If you already know how to generate videos and you are quite advanced with all the video generation, then you can start from a blank project. However, I would say in most cases, starting from an idea is the best option. So you just hit the option and then you can write your idea here. So for example, it might be a short story about this president. So we'll see what it will generate. It will generate a whole plot for us, and here we have the whole story. So it takes a few moments to generate, let's say, your whole script, but once it's ready, you can just click continue and it will generate, let's say, all the scenes, and then you can simply create all your visuals. So it's pretty easy. So here we have our plot. So once you're happy with a plot, you can of course change things if you want to change them, but for now I will just leave it as it is. You can also pick different languages. So we have English, we have Chinese, Spanish, French, plenty of different languages. There is no Polish at this point, so I'm kind of disappointed, but it's alright, maybe in the future. So right now, this is what we have here. So we pick English and then we just hit continue. Now here you can generate your style. So basically use a specific style. You can use, for example, 3D render, 1980s cartoon, or you can write just your own style that you want to achieve. But in this case, I want to use 1980s cartoon. I kind of like this style and I didn't create any project with this style, so this will be perfect for this example. Here we have all our characters, right? So we have Jackson Reed, Laura Kim, Aiden Wells, Dr. Elena Morales, and we have Oval Office, Machu Picchu, and then we also have Kronos Stone. So this is our whole story, and here we have also voices. So I mentioned that ElevenLabs is built in. You can pick voices from ElevenLabs for all your characters. So let me show you a few examples.
If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten.
It was one voice.
Allow the world to live as it chooses, and allow yourself to live as you choose.
Okay, so there's another one.
Our distrust is very expensive.
Okay, so for me, in my opinion, it looks great. Now, chapters. In my opinion, having more chapters works better. I was trying before just having 2 chapters. Everything was too condensed and I didn't really feel that the stories, created that on a good level. So now I usually create around 10 chapters for every story that I create. So here are all the chapters. You can of course edit them or remove them if you don't like any of them. You can rewrite them, like improve a little bit. And then when you're feeling that they are ready, then simply hit create project. Now, this is what you can see inside, right? So you have all your chapters here, and to generate specific chapter, you click on it and then you hit generate. And here is the part of the story that will be generated in this chapter. So you simply hit generate. And at this point, you don't need to worry about your credits because now you're just creating your story. We don't have any visuals yet. It is just checking what kind of generations you will need. It will generate all the prompts that you will need. And in a second, we'll be able to generate it all with all the visuals. And then basically it will start costing you credits when you're actually generating those visuals. Okay, so now it's ready. You can see that on the left side, there are all the visuals that we'll have, and we also have the whole story here written in this timeline. So now all we have to do is either reject or to accept. In this case, I would just accept because, well, I think this chapter is good enough, and I kind of like this cartoonish style. I think it's great and it will be working well on YouTube, especially like storytelling or even like motivational videos with this style would be great to watch. It will be something I would say more unique than standard motivational videos. So now we have our timeline. Let me remove all the videos here, or like all the chapters, because for this case we will need only this, let's say, initial part. And now you of course will need to improve or like cut out things that you think that shouldn't be there and make it more condensed. So for example, you can see that the voiceover is not completely aligned with the first generation or the first image. I just like to make it as condensed as possible. So in this case, we are not wasting time on content that don't really matter, right? So for example, we can have it here without any voiceover, just like that. And then we add another section. So let's say this one is another section. We put it here. We put a voiceover here. And then we just adjust the length so it's all equal. So let's say when the voiceover is finished, then the whole, for example, image is finished as well. So here you have a next part. We do the exact same thing, and you want to repeat it for all of your, let's say, images and all your voiceover as well. So you can of course see all your prompts on the left side. So all the generations that you use for this chapter are visible here. You can also change, let's say, change the prompt here. It's pretty easy. You can add characters that you want to see here, location, or maybe items if there are specific items. Like for example, you have Chronostone in this story. You can put this item here, and also attributes. There are no attributes here, but you can also add attributes. And here are the models available. So we have Flux Dev, we have Flux Pro 1.1, and we have Recraft version 3. So you can pick the model that in your opinion works best with your generation. And once you're ready with all of them, you can just hit generate, but let me show you it in a second. Now you can also add your sound. So here you can add scene, speech, or for example sound, and then what kind of sound you want to add. So you just do it here. Now, style, of course, you can change the styles here. Voices, again, if you would like to change voice of any character. Again, your characters in location, so you can change everything. Now, all your chapters, your plot, and then in settings, you can also change what kind of models you want to use. So, for example, for global settings, we want to have landscape videos because we are creating on YouTube. If you'll be creating on TikTok, you just pick portrait. Then model for image, you pick your model here. It will be picked for all of them. Image per generation, I would say 4 of them is fine. Then video model, so for example, Luma, Runway, Minimax, Kling, or Kling Pro. In my opinion, I was using Luma for this tutorial and also Runway. I would say Runway in certain situations was better. However, for 99% of all your projects, you'll be using Luma or Runway. Max and Kling are usually too slow. However, if you need something that Minimax or Kling are better for, then you can use them as well. However, I would say in most cases I was using just Runway or Luma. It was generating quite good results in my opinion. Let's pick a Runway for this generation. So now let's say when you're happy with your project, you can check what the project looks like. So let me just check a quick preview.
Feels like something's different about today.
Good morning, Mr. President. Here are today's briefings.
Thank you, Laura. Anything unusual?
Actually, sir, there.
Okay, so the story looks good in my opinion at this point. You can also change the volume. For example, here I think that her voice is a little bit too loud, so we can change, for example, volume to lower the volume to, let's say, 80%. Now, once you're happy, you can start generating your videos. So we have a few options here. You can, of course, edit your video, regenerate or animate, or of course, edit again with your prompt and stuff. But when you're ready and when you're happy and you want to generate your videos, you simply click animate. So we click animate, and now you have a few options what kind of generation you want to see. So for example, a man sits up on a bed, we pick this one and it's generating. Now let's do this with the next one. The man slowly turns his head. Okay, let's pick this one. Now the third one, let's pick this one. So this is what you can do with all of them. And let me show you a few examples. Let's animate this one as well. She blinks, and let's do this with this one as well. And let's give it a second to generate all the visuals for this generation. Okay, so here we have our generations. Let's see what it looks like.
Feels like something's different about today.
Good morning, Mr. President. Here are today's briefings.
Thank you, Laura. Anything unusual?
Actually, sir, there is something unusual. A man turned up at the White House gates before dawn. Says he has vital information for you.
Vital information? What kind of information?
Okay, so in my opinion, this one doesn't look that well. So let me just remove this one. And now we have an empty space that we just remove this space. And now it should look good. Okay, so let me check it once again.
Feels like something's different about today.
Good morning, Mr. President. Here are today's briefings.
Thank you, Laura.
Okay, so in my opinion, it looks good. And then once you're ready, you can just export your video clicking here. So you click here, you export your video, and then people will be able to also access it on the platform. So let's say this is our whole project right now. We animated a few videos, a few pictures are still pictures, but let me just hit export so I will show you what it looks like when you're exporting your final video. Okay, so here is our video. It's already exported. People can see it, and you can also check videos that other people generated. So for example, if you would like to check this one, you just open it in a new tab, and let's see this generation. Okay, so this is a very simple generation. Still, I would say this is very good for TikTok. Probably someone was just creating it for TikTok based on the style that I can see. So it will work definitely well. We can see there is a little bit problem here, but it is always when you are using AI. Sometimes you just need to generate a few results to get the best result possible. But at this point, in my opinion, this tool is great. It's very easy to use. You can see that everything is very clean. The whole interface is very easy to use. And let me show you now other projects that I created. So the first project is David and Goliath and Lesson in Courage. And here is the short video that I generated.
Did you hear about Goliath? A giant, they say.
9 feet tall, clad in bronze. Who could face such a monster? Why do they fear him? Our faith should be stronger.
Okay, so here is one part that I wanted to create. And again, all I did, I just said, a story of David and Goliath, and it created a whole video for me. It had a few more chapters than you can see right now, but I just removed them. I just want to create something very short to show you the generation. And here the model I was using was Luma model. So those videos were generated with Luma. Now, that was the first project. Here is the second one, which is basically about space projects, space stations. So here I was using Luma again, and here is the preview.
All right, team. We're nearing the Orion Arm. Let's make sure everything is in order. Dr. Choi, any readings on that cosmic dust?
Nothing definitive yet, Captain. This area is still a mystery cloaked in shadows.
We'll cut through it like a hot knife through butter, Cap.
Okay, so for example, here we could, change the volume a little bit because she is speaking too loudly, but this is later how you improve your visuals. So here was the second one. The third one is Underwater Story, and here I was using Runway. So if you would like to compare all the models, here is, let me show you, here I was using Runway, so here is an example.
Okay, cameras, check, lighting, check.
Everything's ready, Dad. This is going to be incredible.
I've been dreaming about this day for years.
Okay, so here is Runway. Again, a very good video in my opinion if you are creating something like that. Then we have something a little bit different. So we have 3D animation. So again, let's say stories for children, something like that. I think this generation is really good. So let me just show you a quick preview.
Once upon a time, in the heart of a vibrant and colorful forest, there lived a young squirrel named Pip.
Wow, there's so much to see and do. One day, that'll be me.
Did you hear? The Great Acorn Hunt is almost here.
Only the bravest squirrels compete.
The Great Acorn Hunt. Granny, do you think I could ever win the Great Acorn Hunt?
Pip, it's not just about strength or speed.
Okay, so I would say it's a very good generation. There are, let's say, a few problems. If you really want to make it work, you just need to improve the video further. But as for the first generation, where you are not touching anything, you're just, let's say, changing, the length of each clip. In my opinion, this is a very good tool. And here's the last one that I showed you in a second, which is basically a president and the Chronos Stone. So this is what you can do with this tool. So with this tool, you can generate everything as I just showed you. You can generate videos with all different styles, with all different models. Here's something completely different. And I would say it's a great tool if you're looking for something that offers you all the tools that are available out there, and you want to really take your videos to the next level with all of them, and also with Flux in one platform. This is a game changer in my opinion. It's very easy to use, it's very clean. So give it a go. There is a link in the description below. And if you are not ready, and if you would like to learn more how to take your videos and your YouTube channel to the next level, make sure to watch the video that you can see on the screen right now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.